Hi beautiful, welcome back to my channel, or thank you for checking this page and this video out. If you don't know me, my name is Brooke, but I also go by Beautifully Brooke on YouTube, and I'm just happy to just be spending some time with you guys today, a little bit of time sharing with you my personal journey, but also just pouring into you and reminding you just how beautiful life can be and helping you live your most best, fulfilled, beautiful lives by just talking about soft and feminine energy and how beautiful that can be and keeping us in that space, because every day there's just so many things trying to take us away and separate us from our identity, from this soft life that we deserve to live. And so I want to make sure we're staying in that space, and anything I go through, anything that I learn, anything that I know, I'm definitely going to be sharing it with you guys. So today we are going to be talking about something that separates us from this soft energy, something that I found that separates me from, and I've been working on this very passionately, and I really care about this. But let's talk about disorganization in our lives. I'm going to share with you guys routines and daily routines for a soft life, making sure that we're living our best life, but we don't just wake up one day and be like, oh, I'm going to be soft. You know, I'm a soft woman. Yes, affirmations are powerful. However, we need to make sure that we are organizing our day so that we can have a nice, soft, productive, beautiful day. And I'm going to share some very important tips to keep us in that space, because when there's a whole bunch of disorganization in our lives, confusion, clutter, not just mentally but also physically, it is going to separate us from that space. And I really hate being separated from that space. It just takes me out of the present. Just having control over your day and just having a soft day, it makes some of these chores that we have to do every day, such as cleaning, laundry, all of that, just beautiful because it has purpose. So let's get into it. Let's talk about some of the things that I've been doing, okay? The very first thing I want to share with you is getting out of bed at the same time. That has been a huge game changer for me. Being dedicated and deciding to get out of bed every morning at the same time. Now, we're all different and we all have different goals, but for somebody it may be 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7, 8 a.m., whatever it is, but have a time and dedicate to that time and commit to that time, because we want to have structure in our life, and doing that, it builds structure and organization, but also purpose. But this is the key also, waking up every time throughout the day. We're training our mind and our body to have structure, to have that routine. And it also makes it easier for us to accomplish some of our larger goals, our yearly goals, any commitments that we want to have for our well-being. So for me, for example, I am working out and working on my fitness goals. It is extremely hard for me to do that after work hours. So the best time for me is early in the day, early in the morning. The only way I can do that is if I commit to waking up at the same time every day. And so I have to set my alarm, and I have committed to wake up at 6 a.m. every day before work. And as soon as that alarm hit, I don't play with the snooze button. The first 5 seconds is the hardest, but I promise you, if you commit and just get up out of bed as soon as that alarm hit, your body, your mind will follow. Structure also, it just promotes productivity. And so as soon as you wake up, you can either choose to work out if that's your goal, to tell yourself affirmations. And I'm going to get to this next point actually, but the first 5 minutes of your day is extremely important, because that's when your mind is the most sensitive. So whatever you feed it, I found that if I start scrolling on Instagram, it separates me from that soft life. And so after waking up at the same time every day, the next 5 minutes is extremely important. So point number 2 is being selfish with the first 5 minutes of your day. For me, that's rolling over to the side of my bed and praying to God, thanking Him for the day, thanking Him for the rest that I received, the love that I'm surrounded by, thanking Him for giving me another day to see and not wanting to take it for granted. That keeps me in a much softer space for myself, and mentally and emotionally. What you give to that first 5 minutes of your day should be your highest priority in your life, whatever it is. For me, it's my relationship to God and not wanting to take that for granted. But you can also include saying affirmations, because it all comes down to you being selfish with yourself and telling yourself that you're important. So instead of feeding yourself something random that could trigger you on social media or music, whatever it is, maybe journal for 5 minutes, maybe say an affirmation, maybe meditate, maybe stretch a little bit. Whatever it is, just be selfish with those 5 minutes and prioritize that. But point number 3 is building a very solid morning routine. And for me, that's having a nice skincare routine and combing out my hair, but it's just taking care of my skin. And so committing to that every single day, because having this structure is going to keep you in this very soft space. I know there's a lot of times when we're running late for work or for an event, whatever it is, and we're not taking care of ourselves. We're quickly just putting water on our face, maybe not even putting lotion on our face, which is extremely bad. But we're not committing, we're not prioritizing ourselves. So really prioritizing that skincare routine, and it's going to keep you in that soft space, because you are telling yourself that you are beautiful, you are good enough, and you deserve this. So another tip that I also want to share is that being presentable for yourself. And this is a big one, especially if you are wanting to live a soft life and in your soft era. Softness is not for anybody else. It's for you. And then you're then able to share that softness and love with other people. But we have to treat ourselves with the same respect. So we have to be soft with ourselves. And so you want to be presentable with yourself. You want to be, presentable to yourself. You want to feel beautiful for yourself. You want to dress up for yourself. And so this is actually a secret weapon for me, especially when I'm feeling a bit low or having a hard morning, a rough day, or I'm in my mind a little bit, my head. I like to dress up for myself. I am a dress person, so I will go right in my closet, put on a nice dress. But even if I'm just chilling, relaxing at home, I'm going to make sure I commit to that morning routine. And then I'm also going to make sure I go and take a shower. I'm going to comb out my hair. I'm going to put on a nice dress for myself. I'm going to spray on some nice perfume, cheap perfume, whatever it is, and smell nice for myself. Because I'm spending the day with myself all day. And I want to feel beautiful. I want to feel nice and look good for me. When I walk past a mirror, I want to be happy at what I see. Whatever it is I'm combating, if I'm having a rough day, I'd rather look cute and nice while having that rough day instead of looking tore up. Because it really does something for me, to my mind. And even if you're going to the grocery store, just put on a dress for yourself, celebrate yourself, and just own who you are and love it. Whatever it is that you do to dress up, but take care of yourself, and it just keeps you in a very soft space. And you just want to be proud of who you are. Well, yeah, you want to love yourself and give yourself the same respect that you would do as if you were going on an interview, if you was going on a first date, spending time with your boyfriend, spending time with the girls, or just wanting to be presentable for strangers. Be presentable for yourself and just look nice. So those were some of the tips that I have for like early morning routine, because how we start our day is important. But now let's get into the overall things that we can do to make sure that we're keeping our lives organized so that we can remain in this soft and feminine state. Another tip that I want to share is having a dedicated cleaning day. And you guys, this is extremely important. I have a cleaning day. My cleaning days are either Saturday or Sunday, and that's usually 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, where I prioritize time to myself and just really clean my space, because I would truly believe that our physical space around us is an extension of ourselves. If my room is messy, my apartment is messy, that's a resemblance of how I'm feeling on the inside. So reverse psychology is to go ahead and make sure that we prioritize cleaning that space, keeping it clean, so that we can feel good on the inside, combat whatever it is that we're going through. But prioritize it. There's been many times in the past where I did not have a clean apartment. I let it get away from me, and it just made whatever it was that I was going through worse. It didn't add any light into my life, and it just made everything so unorganized, especially when I'm rushing for work in the morning because I wasn't committing to a morning routine, waking up on time, and I'm rushing off to work. And now I can't find my keys. Now I can't find my water bottle. I don't know where I put my lunch. And everything's all over the place. So I like to make sure that I keep my space clean. And this is something I'm really getting into and prioritizing. And just cleaning that space and making it fun, beautiful, but also like a form of meditation. So I'll put on Cleo Soul, one of my favorite artists, and I'll open up my windows. It feels beautiful outside today, so I'll open up the door and I'll just get to work, and I'll just spend those 2 hours by myself, listening to music, cleaning my space, and really enjoying that whole task, so that it's not a chore, it's an extension of myself. For a nice, organized, soft day, another task is having a dedicated laundry day. Yes, it sounds so cliche, but I promise you, it will really organize your entire week, and it's either going to make you or break you. I find that when I did not do my laundry and I let it get away from me, my whole week was just messed up, and I was just separated from just the soft era in my soft life, because it's hard for me to commit to some of my larger goals, especially if I'm trying to work out, especially at 6 a.m. in the morning, and I can't find my matching tights, can't find my socks, I can't find what I need. It's going to be easier for me to back out. Or if I'm running late for work or whatever, and I can't find the blouse that I'm looking for, or that my closet is just not organized, it just takes me out of that space. It takes me out of the present. And we need to prioritize these laundry days, because we've all been guilty of it. We've all had times where we had the pile of clothes in the corner of our room. And the amazing part about laundry is that you can do it in multitask. Put a load of clothes in, continue cleaning for 2 hours. Once it's ready, girl, fold the clothes as soon as it's out, just fold it. If you do this every week, the pile is not going to get too big and too overwhelming. It's not going to take you out of your soft space. Prioritize your laundry day. And I'm laughing because when you don't do this, if I miss a week, the whole week is just thrown off. Just throw the whole week away, because it's not working for me. Something else that you can do to help you keep and stay in a soft space all week is prioritizing time to cook. So if you are someone who's cooking, it can be hard to cook every single day, at least for me. So something that helps me is I like to meal prep. Every Sunday, I like to meal prep for the entire week. So I'll have my dinner cooked and my lunch. And I'm kind of simple, so I can eat all of that throughout the entire week. Now you may be a little different and you may need to switch it up. So instead of just cooking every day though, just cook for a large amount of meals for more days. That way you're cooking less throughout the week. And now that way you're being organized, you're planning for your day, and now you're freeing up time for yourself to still commit to your fitness goals, your personal goals, mental, dating goals, whatever it is. You have more free time to yourself. And you're also not running out of time throughout the week and reaching out for all these unhealthy alternatives, like fast food restaurants or quick and easy Uber Eats, we need to hold on to our money and budget and save if you're in that space. So just make sure you're cooking, and it just keeps your life organized. It helps you stay true to your goals, especially if you're a fitness girly. When I find that I cook throughout the week, it's easier for me to go to the gym. It's easier for me to hit my goals, especially with my nutrition. It's very beneficial. And so I just want to also remind you, if you can, dedicate some time to cook less throughout the week, and group your meals together, group your days together. So a big one is just organizing your life. Just making sure you're staying organized throughout the week. And it can be hard for it to get away from us, but please just make sure that you stay organized. So once you clean your apartment on a dedicated time, try your best to stay in that space. And I try to tell myself that everything has a home, everything has a place, and it belongs somewhere. And when I'm not organized, I find that I can be leaving on time for work, but if my keys are way in the kitchen, my purse is way in the bedroom, my wallet is way somewhere else, and now I'm running around trying to figure out where everything is, it definitely does take me out of that soft space, especially before work. And it's easier. So what I do is that the things that I need for me to go about my day, to leave out the apartment, I keep all together. So I have a cabinet at the very front of my apartment. I put my purse in there that I'm wearing for the week, and I put my keys in there and my wallet, and I keep all of that in that space. That way, when it's time for me to leave for work, all I gotta do is open the cabinet, I see my keys, put the keys in the purse, grab the purse, and head about and go about my day. And that way, there's been a few times where I've left my car keys because they're separated from my house keys. I've left my car keys. I get all the way to the car, realize I don't have them. Now I gotta go all the way back up, grab the car keys. That's about probably 5 minutes wasted. And so when I have them all grouped together, it definitely helps me live a more peaceful life. Everything has a home. And something that I use to combat these thoughts when I'm feeling less unorganized, I say, hey, I am an organized person. I am a clean person. And that's as I'm taking the extra 5 seconds throughout the day when I take off my shirt to go hang it up and actually put it back in the closet, or put my shoes in the closet. I'm saying, hey, I am an organized person. So I truly hope you enjoyed this video. And thank you for watching. Thank you for allowing me to spend some time with you today. We're going to live our best lives, and you're going to live a very soft, feminine, loving life. Just make sure you stay organized, pour into yourself, and take care of yourself, okay? I love you, and I guess I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching.